Wrestling Fanboy here, and I gotta talk about this weekend of wrestling. We had Wrestle Kingdom 19 and we had Wrestle Dynasty. Normally around this time it would be just Wrestle Kingdom, and couple years they've been doing 2-night Wrestle Kingdom, but this year I guess they wanted to mix it up. They brought out Wrestle Dynasty and so many wrestling promotions all under the same umbrella. Man, you got Ring of Honor, AEW, CMLL, Stardom, Ring of Honor. It's just so many. If I forgot one, damn, my bad. But it's so many. I love to see when different brands come together. They all unite with one thing, and that is wrestling. The world is so good when everybody can unite and be together. Now, with that being said, I don't plan on this video being long because I'm behind on my New Japan everything. So this was kind of like a new refresher for me to hop back into New Japan and see what it looks like now. Cause I remember looking at New Japan during the Kenny Omega era, the Okada era, when Tanahashi was on top, when the Bullet Club was still dominant and taking in members and kicking members out. AJ Styles getting in there, getting kicked out. Jay White, when he was a nobody, made his name, the Switchblade, became champion, became the United States champion, So that's the era of New Japan I know. So we gonna check out how New Japan is now by going over Wrestle Kingdom. Let's get it. Now, I'm not gonna get into all the matches, and I definitely don't want to butcher a bunch of people's names because I will. I have a video where I butchered Okada name. Don't go check it out, y'all. I'm not promoting it, but it's crazy. The main thing is New Japan is still good, it's still strong. I'm not gonna lie about that part. I enjoyed the show. I really did. I got introduced to some new rising stars and new talent. All honesty, like I got reminded of Jeff Cobb. Man is a beast. He reminded me of Rhino in a way. He's just a monster. Tanahashi is just still doing his thing. I watched his match with Evil, and he's the John Cena of New Japan. He always finds a way. It doesn't matter who he going against, how many years he been doing it. He always finds a way to win. And then also after that match, I got to see my boy Shibata, my favorite New Japan wrestler, hands down. Love his in-ring style, love his presence, love how he just look kind of basic, but he is a bad ass. Konosuke, one of the best wrestlers in the world. People sleep on him, but that's okay because he reminds you each and every day why he's that good. He had a banger with Shingo. My favorite current New Japan wrestler, Yota Tsuji, went against David Finlay and captured the Global Heavyweight Championship. This is all on Wrestle Kingdom. So then you had Naito against Takahashi in a good match. Both of them great wrestlers. But I want to talk about the main event because honestly, you have Umino going against Zack Sabre Jr. and Shota Umino is the new face of New Japan. I say that. In a lot of ways, he has surpassed my boy Suji. You know, even though he's disappointed a lot of people in some of the big spots, Yumino has always been looked at as the next one up in New Japan, and this was his big moment. He's headlining one of the biggest pay-per-views New Japan puts on with Zack Sabre Jr. A fantastic, remarkable, excellent in-ring performer that you can compare him to Bryan Danielson as far as a technician go. It's so many holds that Zack Sabre Jr. can put you in, and he will. The thing is, I like when they clash styles, but this was not a good example of clashing of styles. One, the match went too long. I feel like we should have got everything out the way. It should have been a spot fest, honestly. You should have had Zack Sabre Jr. putting Yumino in holds, Yumino breaking out, doing like a comeback after a comeback, and just to get put back in another hold by Zack Sabre Jr. And you could have did that for 20 minutes. This match went longer than 20 minutes. I think it went over 35, which that's long. Not the best match. I'm not gonna lie. Not the best match to main event one of your biggest pay-per-views. But let's go over to the next night, y'all, which was Wrestle Dynasty. And we had all those great, promotions that I named. New Japan, AEW, CMLL, Ring of Honor, Stardom. You had all of them. This was also the return of Kenny Omega. Hands down, one of the greatest wrestlers to ever step foot in a wrestling ring. The best bout machine. And he did not disappoint. He never disappoints. Let's just be honest. He went in there against Gabe Kidd, put on a good match, as always. The main event, this was a better main event than the night before. You had Zack Sabre Jr. going against Ricochet, and he defeated Ricochet via submission. Yeah. Also, I probably didn't mention, but Zack Sabre Jr. won the main event the night before against Yumino. But yeah, you had Zack Sabre Jr. against Ricochet. You had Kenny Omega against Gabe Kidd. Those were the two main events. My boy Suji, he defeated Jack Perry. The Young Bucks, they was in a match. Konosuke was in another match. Yumino, he was in another match, and he picked up a victory over Claudio Castagnoli, which that's huge. David Finlay was in a match, and he got a victory. A good way to bounce back from getting defeated by my boy Suji. Mercedes Moné. When you hear Moné, you hear money. She picked up a victory, winner takes all match. So she got the Strong Women's Championship and the Undisputed British Women's Championship. Sasha Banks, Mercedes Moné, she is doing her thing no matter where she step her feet at. So, yeah, the Sons of Texas, they were there, defended they Ring of Honor World Tag Team titles. If you don't know who that is, that's Dustin Rhodes, Cody Rhodes' brother, formerly known as Goldust, and Sammy Guevara. But y'all, man, overall, I love, I kind of love two-night wrestling. I really do. It was good. It helped me get a little bit back into New Japan. I'm not fully back, but I'm creeping back in. Yeah. I'm gonna have to, I'm gonna have to keep track of my boy Suji. Good presence, good in ring, just work. And I'm gonna have to check into Umino some more, cause I know they the two. They the next two. So I wanna see they path, see if they gon' push New Japan in the right direction. I'm pretty sure they will. They will. New Japan, it really don't disappoint, y'all. If you looking for some wrestling that looks like a real deal sport and hard hitting and unique, because I use the word unique a lot on this channel. That New Japan is unique. Those crowds compared to us American crowds, totally different. They sit in the crowd and yeah, it's like they honor it as a sport. Not saying we don't have manners as Americans, but the way we rowdy and stuff and damn near a riot, they don't really do that. So, I just gotta get back into New Japan, I'm not gonna lie. And yeah, that's all I got, y'all. Short video.